Hello and welcome, I'm Anet A8, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about Emby. Okay, so Emby I think is pronounced like MB, so Emby up here, is a media server that you can use on your home network and also on NAS devices. I don't know if you know what NAS is, but it's a network attached storage. Which allows you to hold multiple videos, music files, photos, that kind of stuff, and sometimes even backups of your computer and things like that in a very useful way. And what Emby does is allows you to set up a media server on this device or on your own computer. So what I want to do eventually is have a NAS set up with Emby on it and be able to use Emby as kind of like a personal Netflix. You can send it to all your different what do you call it, Chromecast devices. You can send it to your Google not Google, Amazon devices as well. And there's also Premiere mode, which you can buy a lifetime one for like $119, which isn't too bad when you really think about all the different things that you get. So offline media, so you can download the videos and stuff to your phone or to your tablet or whatever as you're driving around, if you're doing that, or on a bus or whatever. You can use DVR, which allows you to record videos from TV. If you have it hooked up to something that can do that. You have a cinema mode, which can show you trailers and intros before watching any films that you have on your Emby server. And there's free apps anyway, so don't really pay too much attention to that. You have cover art here, which you do have originally anyway, and there's loads of other cool stuff as well. Smart home is one that I really wanted to look into. That is one of the reasons why I'm trying to learn Python, and also well, there's loads of other reasons why I'm trying to learn Python, but yeah, that's one of the main ones, is to try and be able to hook other stuff up with my home automation stuff. I want to learn how to use Google Home and stuff like that with Python and do other stuff. But enough of that now. I will talk about that later in the future. What this allows you to do is have media on any device. As we've said already, there are parental controls and you can set up different usernames in there. It's very useful, very cool, and I think if you have a vast selection of videos, be it from DVDs that you've downloaded to your computer, which, because you don't have a DVD player anymore maybe, or which is what I'm currently looking into the process of, is I want to put all of my big videos and my DVDs onto my computer, because well, I don't have a DVD player on my computer, so I'm going to have to use one from an old PC or something like that. And I don't have a DVD player on my TV either, so I just have Chromecast. So it would be cool to be able to have something so I can watch things like that on TV. I don't want to have to pay TV license, as maybe controversial as that is for some people, but yeah, I don't want to be paying out for that. I'd rather just have my Netflix and my Emby or something like that, which I actually do care about. But either way, with Emby now, we'll go into the actual thing. So here is Emby, and here's my media playlists. There's nothing in here, because this is what happens when you first install Emby. You install it on the computer, and you now have a web interface for Emby. There'll be a little icon in the bottom in the taskbar, which I can't show you because it's on the other screen. But if you double click on that, it will just load up Emby into your browser of choice, whichever one you choose. I don't have Premiere just yet, but I'm looking to get into that into the future. Yeah, so if you click on the little cog up here, it takes you to the settings. This is where your media would be if you had any, but we're just going to add some stuff to my media server. So there's loads of stuff that you can get online as well. I don't know if you have iTunes. I didn't until, but I did used to have iTunes, and I did buy a load of albums on there, and I did buy a film on there, and I also bought a film on something else as well. And I've also paid for Fun for Louie's documentary, which I guess we'll go on to here at some point as well in the future, whenever that finally comes out. But yeah, you want to go to Add Media Library, so you can add content type. You can choose what type of content it is that you'll be looking for. You can just choose movies, and then you can go folders, and you want to say I want to go to the videos, and I think that's where my videos are. We'll click OK, and then it will say, yep, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Actually, no, it's not. No, is it? No, this is not where the videos are. We go videos, and then there's two things in here. So I've got films and I've got series. Obviously you can tell the difference. The films are films, the series are series. So if I go on here, I want to go movies, display name, I'll keep it as movies because that's fairly accurate. And that is pretty much it for this part. Now you just need to go down. You can look for the movie metadata from the Open Movie Database as well, which is pretty good for finding what films it is and stuff like that. We want to do that. I'm going to click Add Media Content. We're going to go to TV shows this time. Now, if you haven't seen any of the TV shows such as Hack 5 or Pure Ownage, these are online based TV shows which are also free, which is awesome. I love free stuff. And this is what I used to watch when I was younger. We didn't have too much in the sense of like Netflix and stuff like that when I was younger, so I would watch online TV, which is quite interesting. So we go on here again, and there's one more thing I want to add, which is music. So I do have a nice big folder of music. We'll go onto here, we'll go there, and then my music is there. So yeah, we'll click OK. Hopefully it doesn't come up twice, because I moved to the music from my iTunes folder to the main folder there, but yeah, we'll find out. So I'll click Scan All Libraries, and then what it does is it's going to scan through all the stuff that it has in these folders. And what it wants to do with that is it wants to find out what you actually have. So you can go into, say if we go into movies now. Oh, that's not how you do it, is it? No. Oh, it does have two on here, so we will delete that one. And then we will just go back again. And as you can see, it has added the other stuff as well for the albums that I have. And then very soon it will move on to the TV shows. You have a search function, you have settings. Over here there's cinema mode, so let's have a look through a couple of these while we wait for it to do its thing. Enable cinema mode for movies or episodes, so you can choose to either have it for which ones. You can choose how many trailers to play, and yeah, once you save that, when you watch it on your TV or back onto something else, it will just play a load of random trailers in front of your video. And you can also say to include ones from movies in your library or to not, so it can not show you films that you don't already have, which is quite interesting and pretty useful as well. Transcoding is what it does to enable you to watch films on different devices, so it will have to use a little bit of process power. So a really weak PC might not be okay for this, but I mean, it doesn't use a huge, it's not like a game or anything like that. It's just, you know, like it just does a little bit of stuff. Yeah, but there we go. So there's cinema mode. We'll go down. There is where's the family stuff? Oh, users. So users here, you can create another user, and you can allow user to manage the server, or you can allow access to all libraries. You can turn that off, and then you can choose which library you want them to have access to. So if you just have like a kids folder or something like that, you can just say, okay, Timmy can see videos under kids or whatever, and then yeah, he doesn't have access to all your sweary adult films. Not adult, you know what I mean. So we'll go back here now, and you can see it is very slowly transcoding all the stuff on here. So let's reload that. Come on, here we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so here's the movies that I bought on iTunes. I bought Social Network back when it first came out, and I watched it on my iPad, which was a very interesting experience. And also the Pure Ownage, the movie, because I love Pure Ownage. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to watch these now, you can just click on here, and then it will just load straight into the film, and there you go. Now you have a film there. You can click up here and you can broadcast it to different things if you really want to. I'm going to come out of that. You also have music on here, so as it's going through my music and stuff, you can just choose the music on here. Now some of the music that I have on here, such as like Hat Films music and like their personal albums and stuff like that, is not actually available on services like Google Music or Spotify. So the music that I want to listen to isn't always available to watch. So I'm just kind of trying to go back into a way where I have total control over all of the data that I have, because I think that's maybe a little bit more important than streaming, because from this week to next week you might not have anything left in your streaming library, because it like the ones that you were caring about have gone now. So that does happen from time to time, like with Game of Thrones. I was watching that on Now TV, and then the week after, like, there was all of it was gone, and I got like 2 episodes in or whatever. I wasn't too into it, to be honest, but yeah, there we go. And now I literally can't watch it anyway, so I got rid of my Now TV, because things are going to fluctuate like that. I guess they always do anyway. But that is enough of that rant for now. This is Emby, guys. If you like Emby, definitely give it a download. I've not been sponsored or anything like that from them. I wouldn't mind it if I was, to be honest, but yeah. So this is a pure endorsement for Emby. I've had no issues with it so far. The other one out there is Plex. I have used Plex in the past. I did enjoy using Plex, and it's a very it's a very solid system as well. It does seem a little bit more closed source than Emby, and I think it literally is. So that's probably why. But it has all the same types of features and stuff like that on it. I just feel like Emby is a bit more, a bit better, really, in sense of not needing an account to sign up with it and stuff like that. So it's all literally stored local on your system until you get the Emby Premier account, and they'll have your details. But yeah, that's another story, really. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow on Twitter. That's @Emby442, and thank you for watching.